it's your boy AncientAlbatross here again with the Cypher Unlimited crew. We have our usual suspects of AD or Alpha Dean. We have Spigs18 or Anthony. And just as a quick reminder, if you haven't already, be sure to follow us here on Twitch or subscribe to us over on YouTube. It is a great help to our channel, and we really appreciate all the support we've gotten thus far from everyone. But without further ado, Dean, what are we doing here tonight?
Oh man, today is a month in review. You know, we missed last week. You know, lots of stuff has been dropping. MCG is doing all these wonderful things. You know, stuff coming. You know, so we're just gonna talk about the month in review. We're just gonna kind of go over everything. And without further ado, I'm gonna just slap the ball over to Anthony and let him try to shoot a 3-pointer.
I'm the wrong person to pass to. I build the houses with all the bricks I shoot, but I appreciate the pass nonetheless. Yeah, it's been a while. I personally feel like I haven't been on stream in the last like 2 or 3 weeks, you know, but been busy behind the scenes trying to figure out some CU stuff. There's been a lot of stuff that happened in the month of July that we totally missed and didn't get a chance to talk to, so we're going to do a recap of all the exciting news and stuff that happening in the world of Monica Games, Cypher system, and whatnot. And we're excited to just go over all these, you know, cool stuff that we may have missed. The Discord server hasn't missed. There's been good conversations being had there, but personally, we haven't got a chance to talk about it on air. And you know, especially me and Dean, we like to talk, so we want to hear our own voices and make opinions, right, Dean? So
just real quick, one quick correction. Not the month of July. Anthony's trying to time travel.
I mean, the month of June. Yeah, I got fireworks in my brain. Oh, first of all, thanks, Dean. Happy 4th to all those that celebrated yesterday. And guys, I ain't got to check. What did your guys do on the 4th before we even get into anything?
I cooked lamb chops, chicken, beef sausage, and I even had a duck that I smoked on the smoker. So, and just
I went to the movies. I went to the movies and then went to a barbecue in the family, my brother's barbecue. So that's all I really did. Took the family out.
What did you watch?
We went
to Despicable Me 4.
It was great.
I need to watch that too. I want to watch it.
Third, I think
I'm for all the Despicable Me movies.
They're pretty good.
I like them all.
This one was pretty fun.
But for me, I didn't really do anything until the night fell, and then we just blew off a couple fireworks out front.
Any
not many, but what happened?
Any M80s?
No, just quiet stuff. I mean, a couple of them were kind of loud, but nothing crazy.
Fireworks legal in Arizona, right?
They are legal, yes. I did not break any laws. You can buy them at the supermarket.
Oh, you want to hit some BS too? You know, fireworks are illegal in New York State, but there's all these websites, right? There's all these websites that, like, if you type in firework, that sell, you know, like all sorts of like those, you know, $100 packs, and they'll give you a bunch of fireworks in it, you know. So for some reason, I was at work, and me and my coworker was like, "Oh, we should try to order this." You know, you can't even, the minute you put in your zip code, it like the whole website freezes. We can't send you anything. We can't. I felt like such a criminal, but we tried, but we couldn't get anything.
That's hilarious.
It's funny because in New York State, basically all the good fireworks are illegal. Because here they got those, you know, those places that you can order. I mean, not order, but buy stuff. But they're like the cheesy. They're like just big, giant sparklers is all they are. You know, they just shoot up a stream of sparklers.
Oh yeah, I always buy sparklers for the boys, but I wanted some, you know, when I go to Maryland to visit the in-laws, I'll stop at like a Walmart parking lot and
exactly.
You know, like just pick up all sorts of stuff.
And then use them over there and not carry them.
Which is funny because fireworks are illegal, but anyone that's been to New York City or has lived in New York City know that on 4th of July, you can't walk 3 blocks without somebody blowing off fireworks. So, I mean,
it's
I don't
kind
think
of a problem.
on a local level, but purchasing them, they definitely do.
Like I said, I took my buddy home last night. Me and Percy driving down the street, and like you said, every other block, somebody was out in the middle of the street launching.
Yeah. All right, we took our first detour for the day, but let's talk about our first topic that we missed. Right?
I gotta pause. You guys keep talking.
The first time, let's talk about the D&D, the 50th anniversary of D&D. The Mighty Cook Games had a massive sale, and I think we might have missed the entire sale. They probably have like 1 or 2 days left.
Yeah, they had a sale on anything compatible with Dungeons and Dragons. It was a really good sale. One second, let me post the link for everyone. There's some stuff in there that's like, even if you don't play D&D, it's worth getting. I think the Weird was on it, or I might be mistaken. Yeah, Weird's on there. And I feel like there's a couple of decks that might be good, but it's all dice are on there. It's system agnostic. Darkest House, some good stuff on there, even if it's not 100% D&D.
Not 100%.
And of course, you have the actual D&D books. You have Path of the Planebreaker, all kind of the Ancients, the Path Bestiary, Beast of Flesh and Steel, I think, is on there. Tolus is on there. So if you didn't pick up Tolus, you could pick it up for 50% off, which is hella good. It's half off.
You gotta spend over $150. I mean, over $200 to get 50% off.
Okay, so how much do you get? Oh, so it's 20% up to 100. From 100 to 150 is 30% off, and over 150 is 40% off. Anything over 200 is 50% off.
And this is like the last couple of days of this, so I would suggest if you haven't, take advantage of it. Like Anthony and Al both said, there's a lot of great stuff in there. I'll be honest, I actually bought another copy of Tolus because I'm giving it away for a birthday present, so it worked out really nicely to get 40% off.
I got a dumb question. It's been a while since does it have to be the 5e version of those books?
It does.
Like, say you wanted the Tolus' Cypher system, would that still fall under the discount, or do you have to get the 5e version?
Let me take a look. I think it does, though. I think it actually was
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I'll say this: if you're gonna buy a Tolus dice set, buy the 5e Tolus dice set. The 5e Tolus dice set comes with more dice, and it's the same price as the Cypher dice set. So don't be a sucker. Get the extra 3 dice.
Jack One Spade said the PDF has 5e and Cypher system bundled in one download. I'm assuming he's talking about the Tolus.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna counter that what you just said and say get the Weird dice.
Oh yeah,
the Weird dice are so cool. I love them.
Weird dice are pretty damn awesome.
And I love the fact that they included all their system agnostic material, because why not?
It's technically D&D compatible.
Yeah, take advantage. And even though I'm not a massive D&D player, it's still hella cool that a gaming company has a 50-year anniversary, and it's it's the one that's the one that started this whole madness. So congratulations, happy birthday D&D, and even us Cypher fans could benefit from the longevity of Wizards of the Coast and Dungeons and Dragons.
Well, D&D, like I said, D&D was the gateway for many of us. I'd say especially myself, being how long I played D&D. And I would tell everybody, yeah, please, you know what? Support it. Get you some good stuff from over here with from MCG, because these adventures for Tolus, even the adventures, even if you only, get the adventures, Night of Dissolution, Rune Blood Blessing, the Doctrine of Ghoul, or if you buy the whole Bane Warrens, those adventures are hella cool, and they are completely, drop worthy into any adventures that you're running. So I would suggest definitely getting those as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool. And I think we like really dropped the ball on this promotion, because I think that, if I'm not mistaken, it probably has like 2 or 3 days left before this this sale goes away, because the sale was only up for a week, right?
Yeah, a week or two.
It's still going because it was the banner on the MCG website today.
Yeah. Yeah, and it is the 5e version, Anthony up told us, that's on sale.
Oh, the physical book, right?
Yeah.
But we found out from Jacqueline Spade that the PDF bundle has both.
Yep.
Nice.
Which is a fantastic.
Yeah, it's still currently going, correct. Yep. Yeah, but this is it's a pretty good deal. All the decks are still in here. The weird dice is a hell of a deal.
I love those things so much. I cannot recommend those enough. The way they bounce. I will say you will need a dice tray of some sort or something, because if you bounce that on a table, if you're a little too enthusiastic, it's going to go somewhere.
Oh, the bounce as well. The PDF and the physical book are both a part of this sale. I don't know if you said that out, right? You probably did, right?
I did mention that on my the system agnostic stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of good system agnostic stuff on there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
go ahead, go check it out.
If you guys haven't used any of the MCG decks, I think this would be the perfect time to grab a couple and really, see just how cool the decks are, because the decks are hella cool, and they really make the game run a little bit smoother at the table, at least in my opinion.
I mean, I'll be the first. I've never played the Numenera version of 5e. It just didn't, to be honest, didn't interest me, But if anyone has, please let us know in chat or in the comments below on YouTube, tomorrow when you see this video. Like, how was the translation to Numenera?
Sounds like a plan. Oh yeah, and for those of you who need any gaming advice, another thing that's there is Your Best Game Ever. Great book, great book of advice. Really does his job. So I would suggest anybody getting a copy of that as well.
So yeah, this was the first bit of Jack said Numenera is good inspiration for Eberron and post-apocalyptic D&D, both of which I tend to lean on. Yep, that makes perfect sense, and I could definitely see that. Yeah, so even if you don't, it's worth picking up, even if you're playing other settings but want to add that weirdness and sci-fi fantasy mix to your traditional D&D, they just good resources to have to begin with.
Yes, agreed.
All right, go ahead, Dean. You was gonna say something?
You just hit the nail on the head though, because the truth of the matter is I haven't run a D&D game in almost 8 years now. So it's crazy.
I mean, there was another announcement by Cypher Unlimited Presents. It was, some little secret surprise that dropped. Our very own AncientAlbatross. It's the first line of products that we're producing on Backer Kit, and it's Backer Kit, yeah. We're producing on Backer Kit, and I'll take away on this, but this was announced, and we didn't even get. I mean, we did a minor interview video, but we didn't do a CU chat about this. So I'll take it away.
Yeah, so I've been working on this for quite a while. I've been talking about it here and there, on stream, off stream, whatever. Y'all have seen, you two have seen behind the scenes. I've been posting, to our little chat about it. But yeah, now it's official. We got the teaser page out. It's going to be actually launching on the 23rd, Tuesday the 23rd. Yeah, it's a Cypher system hack that brings a deadly feel to your Cypher system game, and it's heavily inspired by Merkborg and Gods of the Fall. If you know Gods of the Fall, you'll recognize it right off the bat, because in my game it's the same thing. Heaven topples into the earth or into the world, because in my game the Chaos God kills all the other gods and topples the heavens, and then spreads their magical essence across the world. And yeah, you kind of get chaos magic is what I'm calling it. You get it randomly as you progress your character and stuff, and I'm really digging it so far.
Well, I'm gonna say this. Alan likes to downplay it, that he's digging it. not only is he digging it, but he's killing it. That stuff is so hot. I mean, just the little previews. Yeah, I'm gonna be your hype man, Al. Just the little previews Al has given us gets my juices flowing. I'd be like, damn, when we're gonna play, Al? You got to run something because it's really good. It's some of the things that he's put together have even inspired me to think about some stuff, and it's like it's just good shit. And I'm telling everybody, when this drops on the 23rd, go back it. There's a link there to backer kit so you can be reminded for the drop date. People, do yourself a favor. This is a gritty, even more, I guess you could say, scaled down mechanics idea for Cypher system. It still keeps all the integrity of Cypher, but it's even scaled down a little bit more. You could hop right in and truly like be gaming within no time. I mean, the lore that Al has written is strong, and it's even though he says it's inspired by Mort Borg and Gods of the Fall, it's still his own. It's very unique in of itself with his approach, and I'm excited for it. Like I said, I'm gonna be there backing it on day one. I'm telling you now, I'm taking one of your biggest pledges, which because I already know what that. I'm already in for that. I don't care what nobody tell you.
Then you're number two, another buddy of mine. Oh, you know him, Julian. Anthony knows him. Julian said he's gonna back at one of those higher levels. Just to answer his question real fast, Jack One Spade asked, "What is hyperpop?" It's traditionally just what is it like? Irresistible. I butchered the pronunciation of that name. But either way, it's a music genre, but akin to Merkborg, where they describe it as kind of like a death metal or whatever. Like it's kind of that feel. And hyperpop to me is more of like a little bit of extraness, if that term makes sense, a little vividness. Because in otherwise gritty or dark world, you can see it in the banner image there. There's a lot of dark, but then there's also a lot of neon highlights with the white of the magic explosion, and then the purple or pink around the edges of the tree line there. It's more of a reference to that, in that it's going to be a gritty with a hyperpop, quote unquote, aesthetic, where there's going to be a lot of neon-ish highlights to things. Yeah.
And if you wanted to put it in musical terms, think of death metal with an electronica, with an electronic enhancements, if you will. It's like that discordant sounds, which makes sense.
And yeah,
you also have a lot. You also have a lot of. I've been privy to a lot of the behind the scenes stuff, so I know one. I know the work you put into this bad boy, and two, I know that there's a lot of innovative and creative design that's adding to Cypher system. So and that's what I look forward to in any Cypher system, like a new product, or independent content creator creating stuff. I want to see what they add to the actual frame of the Cypher system, and all the stuff that you've added. I'm really excited for, so we can start playtesting this and get the ball rolling. So yeah, I'm really excited to see how far this goes, and I'm proud of you, brother.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Yeah. And yeah, I did mostly finish writing the one shot. The One Pure Human, or Don't Wake Daddy is the other alternative title. I took a little inspiration from my good friend Jason and named it after a board game. Don't Wake Daddy. But in this one shot, you'll be tasked with rescuing one of the only pure humans known on the world. Like, there's no mutations, no maladies, no chaos magic. This person's a pure mortal. And you're being sent to rescue them from what I call the academy in this setting. It's just a place where a lot of researchers, unethical researchers, do experiments on things that interest them, and it's usually pretty bad stuff they do. So the person who's sending you to rescue them is sending you to rescue them before they become dead, before they die under the hands of the researchers at the academy. But yeah, that one shot is basically almost ready to go.
And when's the start date again for our audience? Just so we're clear.
23rd, July 23rd, Tuesday, like 18 days from now, 17 days. Definitely check out the teaser page and get signed up to notified when it goes live.
Just real quick, one last thing on. I just want to go over this real quick to highlight these bullet points. And it's crazy because I can tell you just from looking at it, when you say some of these things, you would think it would take something away from Cypher, but Al's done such a great job that it really doesn't. So some of the bullet points are: there's no foci. Types are being replaced by archetypes. And so there's like 8 to start with, if I remember correctly. Descriptors have no mechanical benefit, but are basically all pushed towards role playing. And you have 2 descriptors, positives and negatives. Inabilities can stack like trained to specialize, causing you to have a detriment. Crits in combat, there's no tiers to advance or an advancement, but in the traditional sense, but characters like just gain more power and ability to get better. And then of course the ultimate abilities, which are basically a no cost ability that is extremely powerful out the gate. And all of these things, I know it might sound jarring, but this is one of those testaments to show you just the flexibility and nuanced nature of Cypher system for him to be able to take such, broad swings, but never destroy the essence of Cypher. I've enjoyed reading it. I've enjoyed seeing the behind the scenes. And like I said, I cannot wait to play it. I cannot wait to back it. And I want everybody out here who's listening to the sound of my voice, it's not because it's Al. This is good shit. This is some good shit. I'm not blowing smoke up your ass.
Just to piggyback off those additions, just to throw little teasers out there, even though I think it's mentioned in the teaser page too, but just to say it out loud. The book, it's a deadlier lean, so there's gonna be instances, or there'll be rules, and not rules, but explanations in place for if you happen to dip into negative edge and negative effort. And also I'm introducing a new item type called cursed artifacts, where they will provide you with a permanent passive buff but with a permanent cost. So look forward to that stuff, making things a little more deadly and difficult within Cypher system.
Yeah, I'm excited for all of it. Yes, please, and give me more.
Pure sweetness.
All right, so there was another thing we missed in our lack of videos and streams over the last month. Is that it was It's Only Magic was released, and I know there's already been a ton of YouTube walkthrough videos or YouTube book reviews, but we didn't give our 2 cents. Part of it was that me and Al took forever to actually claim the book and download it from our backer kit. But D, you want to start us off on It's Only Magic and let people know that they can actually get it on the MCG site right now?
Well, yes, absolutely. Like Anthony said, you can get the PDF, you can pre-order your copies. If you are a backer, you can already claim your coupons and get your items. And I have to say about this particular book, MCG seems to do this thing. It seems like every year or so, they just kind of up their game. Nothing against any of the other white books, but the innovation in this book is the world building. The world building aspects are freaking phenomenal. And I think it can be used with any game you use. You just have to reskin it to whatever type of game or type of world you're trying to build. I'm excited for it. I signed up to play in my AES game. She's running.
Before we go into that rabbit hole, I was more looking for what's the book about?
Sorry. Okay, let me do it this way. Imagine a world of spells.
He was like, I went to the store last Tuesday and I picked up a ham sandwich.
Yeah, I had a manwich. That's right. No, imagine a world of spells, glamours, ghosts, and demons. A world like ours within today's society, technologies, and cultures. But yet, there's a witch core setting or a frantic campaign where dark and supernatural forces threaten the existence of life itself. Whatever your vision is, it's only magic brings a touch or a truckload of magic to the modern world. This is a setting, this is a basically for you to do those games like Dresden Files or the Magician, Harry Potter, any of those realms that exist in today's world with modern conveniences, but add magic to it. There's a ton of tools, a ton of advice for integrating magic and the supernatural into the games. There's the setting, of course, at the back of the book. And then there's like 3 different adventures, to go from 3 different directions. It really is a solid book. So,
I mean, especially if you're familiar with any of the MCG toolkit books, that you know how much of a resource these books are for the specific genre that they're delving into, right? And the white books in particular, I think that the way they format all their new books going forward, it's only magic. Like every book that comes out, previously, it gets slightly better. And personally, I finally got a chance to really dig into the book in the last 2 days, and this is quickly becoming my favorite book. Besides my Holy Grail, Stay Alive. But I really love the way the settings are broke down. I really love the new descriptors. I like the creature races that you could play. It's really well designed, and it helps you incorporate not only doing modern magic settings, but how to incorporate some magic in whatever setting you're running. And it's a great book, and you should definitely have it in your collection, especially if you're a core Cypher system player.
One other thing I want to say about it too, before Al, you jump in there, because what Anthony said is great. The descriptors, they've even taken descriptors to a new level. When you think about it, how you can actually advance your descriptor. There's advancement advice for your descriptor. So that's pretty damn cool. I think, I think that those things like that are just chef's kiss,
It's definitely nice to see them changing or pushing the envelope when it comes to things that have been established for so long, like the descriptors and whatnot. But I will say, because I always like being transparent, I have not looked at the book yet. I have been busy with my own and other things at home. So, I have.
Oh, the only thing I haven't read was the Adventures, and I'm probably going to read that either probably after the stream or sometime tomorrow. It's the only thing I haven't read, but overall, I am not disappointed in this book in the least. And it's this is one of those toolkit books that have applications in any MCG game you run, because it's that good. There's certain white books, or certain setting books could only be used in the confines of that setting, but modern magic could be used anywhere. So even if you're not planning to run any of the settings that are in there, or, you could utilize the book for Numenera, The Strange, whatever you're running. So, and those are the ones that appeal to me personally, those style of books.
And you can even reskin the modern magic, if you wanted to make it, a psionic world where it's all psionics, or if you wanted to make it, you wanted to take, technology, into a more weird realm, like how Numenera is set up. So it's really, like Anthony said, it is such a versatile piece of equipment in your toolkit.
All right, Al, you want to take us into the next? Oh, it's available now. You can go to the MCG site right now and pre-order the physical book if you didn't back the Kickstarter, but you can get the PDF right now as we speak, even if you didn't back the Kickstarter. So yeah, go ahead and do it. Head on over there. It's only magic. We definitely want to play it, and we're definitely going to do a walkthrough on this channel. We'll be talking about some other content creation stuff in a little bit, but we're definitely going to do a walkthrough of the book. But check it out if you can, and pre-order it. because it's now available for pre-order on the Monty Cook Games website.
Most definitely. And I will be checking it out as soon as I get the energy and free time. I do have the PDF. It's on my iPad. I just haven't cracked it open. But yeah, moving on to the next thing. I'm sure you all have heard, especially our server was a buzz recently with it, but Monty Cook Games recently announced a partnership with a new streaming platform called Moonbeam, streaming/community platform. And we've been approached to do the moderation for it, and it sounds pretty awesome. And what Monty Cook Games Realm is going to be called is the Anywhere Door on Moonbeam. So yeah, we'll have a hand in helping shape it and also moderating it. The very exciting stuff.
First off, like Al said, full disclosure, I think it's safe to say now, we negotiated we haven't signed any contracts, but we negotiated on handling all the moderation for the current Moonbeam. And before we say it, so whatever we say going forward is just, so we have full transparency that, that we actually partnering with MCG on this project. But I want to say this first and foremost. When we were approached, we were honored to actually be approached by MCG because they saw the way the Cypher Unlimited community on Discord is not only moderated, but just the overall atmosphere and the way the community interacts with each other is very encouraging, it's very engaging, it's very warming. And MCG wanted to bring that feel and tone to the Moonbeam community that they're trying to build, right? And I'll say this straight up without hesitation. I know our Discord server is not going anywhere. It's not gonna affect how our Discord server operates, how our conversations being had there. Nor are we trying to pressure anyone to try Moonbeam out. Because for those that don't know, Moonbeam is a mix between a streaming service and a chat, like a Discord, right? And all these different gaming companies are opening up channels with content, like almost like television networks within these channels, right? And MCG is experimenting with this. Is this going to succeed and be the next big thing? We do not know, right? But all we do know is that Charles asked us to help him out. He wanted us to bring our knowledge in building a community and maintaining a safe and healthy community to Moonbeam for MCG. And like I said earlier, we were honored and, we couldn't be more thrilled to help out our favorite company in doing so, so we're doing it. But it's not going to affect our Discord in any way. It's not going to affect our Facebook in any way. And nor has MCG even asked us to do anything of the such. Matter of fact, it's the exact opposite. We could do as much or as little as we want. So, I just want to put that out there.
Yeah, and just so everybody understands, Anthony kept saying channels because that's just the language we're used to, but they're calling them realms. And I guess the reason behind it is because it's supposed to be a one-stop place. So it's basically a place where you can find all MCG content. They want to get MCG content creators. They want to get all of us who stream MCG information and so on and so forth. Like when people come on the server and they ask, hey, where can I get an actual play for this? Or where can I get this? Well, Moonbeam is kind of going to be the answer to that one-stop shop for those videos and those instructional, and those reviews and so on and so forth that people are looking for. It is again, like Anthony said, it's experimental, it's new. Right now, it's going to be small, but MCG is doing a launch. They're doing a backer kit for it because what they want to do is actually give grants to some of the streamers and so on and so forth. So
that's a stretch code, Dean. I don't know if
Well, I'm just saying they're on
the thing.
Well, yeah, and then there's supposed to be there's going to be early access and so on and so forth. But this is basically to build hype and to give people, you know, a look into what Moonbeam can be. And at the end of the day, it's truly up to you guys, the community, on, you know, if Moonbeam is going to gain legs and survive or not. So, you know, please come on over, help us launch the Anywhere door for MCG. They do have a
Yeah, right now, you just have to join the mailing list and you'll be notified. I believe there'll be a beta before it'll be open to the public. So right now, I think all MCG is asking you is to back the backer kit, you know, and to sign up on Moonbeam just to show that you're interested. And hopefully, you'll get into the beta so you can experience the what Moonbeam has to offer. It's not only MCG; it's a ton of different companies. There's going to be a ton of different content. What MCG is looking for is some financial help to make the MCG realm at the best they could possibly make it be. And you know, and I know from just having conversations behind the scenes with MCG, they're reaching out to some fantastic content creators, and they're going to produce a ton of great content, you know, or at least that's the plan. And I believe there's going to be a ton of other gaming companies doing the exact same thing. Whether this is going to be successful or not, who the hell knows? But let's go on this journey and this adventure together and figure it out. But, you know, I just want to specifically say that, you know, whether it's Moonbeam, Discord, Facebook, or whatever, the CU is going to be the CU. You know, we're going to treat every platform that we on the same way we do, as fair, just, and inclusive as we possibly can. And that's the same strategies we use and the same way we handle moderation and all our other platforms is going to be no different on Moonbeam. I know there was some concern on Facebook asking those very questions, and we were told our same rules that we carry over from our Discord will be carried over. It won't be ours, but Monty Cook Games is allowing us to carry our moderation rules to their realm on Moonbeam if we're going to moderate.
Yeah, they're adopting our ideology. So,
and I will say this because I don't know if it was explicitly stated yet by us right now, but what you call it, when the backer kit goes live, and what that will be doing, like with the funding, is getting what you'll be getting as the backer. You know, you'll be getting early access, right? You know, you pay a little bit, you get early access, right? But when it goes into full on out, when Moonbeam is out to the public, it will be free. There will be no cost involved. You can just join up, and it'll be like Discord or Twitch or whatever. You just stop on by whenever you feel like it, and it's not a subscription thing at all. The backer kit is just you know, I believe Charles said you get like bragging rights. You know, you helped fund, you know, the start of it, and I think he said there's going to be a couple goals, or excuse me, pledge levels where you get a couple things like stickers or something like that, a couple physical things.
And there's also
yeah,
there's also moon rocks or moonstones or whatever they are, because that's how they're going to do their microtransactions. There'll be like microtransactions, just like on Twitch.
I mean, that's the thing. I mean, you use that. It's their currency. That's what you're going to use to sub, like how you sub for a channel on Twitch, or how you give someone Nitro on Discord.
Right.
Yeah, it'll be the same. It's the same content.
That as well. You know, when you sign up to be notified as well.
I mean, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be either one or two things. It's going to be this fantastic, phenomenal experience that we're going to be like, hell, we were here on the ground floor, or it's going to explode in a beautiful ball of flame. But either way, I'm here for it. I'm here to check it out. So, yeah, you know what I mean? Come take that ride with us.
Definitely an exciting experiment.
Life is about experiences. So either way, it's going to be fun.
Only Anthony talk about going out in the blaze of glory.
Yeah, I mean, it's true. We don't know. And I think everyone is taking a step. I think that no one's actually done this. You know, let's just talk about outside. Okay, we did a promotion ad, but let's just talk about it from a perspective. I've never seen this before. you know, like,
No.
you know, and I know on our Facebook group there was some like trepidation and questions about, you know, like, is this going to work, right? And my answer was, how the hell should I know? You know, like no one ever knows what the next big thing is till it's the next big thing.
Big thing, right?
You know what I mean? But it's very interesting, and it looks like it's gonna, you know, it does a lot more than what you think it's gonna do. You know, it does a lot more than any of these individual platforms.
Yeah, so it's interesting, and I just want to speak on it as like from a user perspective, right? Like someone who's visiting these communities or whatever, right? So it has like a Discord section. Let's just call it what it is. It's like kind of like Discord where there's channels and text chats and whatnot, right? Then on the side, there's a list of the streamers who are streaming on that realm. So while you're chatting, you can just see who. You don't have to visit another website or anything. It's just all right there. So if you're in the Montico Games realm, you'll obviously be interested in Montico Games content being presented. And instead of having to go visit Twitch or go visit, you know, Kick or whatever other website, YouTube, it'll just be right there where you're chatting already. And another cool aspect, it has, I believe, posts where, you know, the moderators or whoever can make kind of like, not like forum posts, but like news posts. Like there'll be just a news section or post section where we can post things. So it also acts kind of like not Twitter or whatever, but in that vein where, hey, we can post status updates or whatever news in one place, and you just hit another tab within that same website. You're not going to another, like, you're not going to Twitter or Facebook to see that news. It's just in the news tab. So from a user's perspective, it seems fantastic. It seems like it's gonna be great, honestly. It really boils down to execution, and
really cool because it looks like the best of Twitch and the best of Discord, like, you know, combined and had a love child, because it looks really good. And John brought up a great point. He brought up two great points, actually. Charles was kind enough to go on our Discord and do an AMA. So if you have any questions, hop on over to the Cypher Unlimited Discord. You can post any questions about Moonbeam specifically, and G's role in it.
Posting is already closed. It closed at 5 p.m. my time today, 8 p.m. Eastern. But
yeah, you can read the answers to the questions.
You can go read the answers to the questions, yes. Just ensure you are verified on the server in the channels and roles section on top. And yeah, you can definitely still go read it. But unfortunately, yeah.
A beautiful ball of flame explosion. Either way, I still had fun.
And just another quick heads up too, for anybody out there who might be a streamer or so on and so forth and interested in doing anything with Moonbeam, at this point we're understanding that you're supposed to be able to like simulcast, so you don't have to give up anything you're already streaming on as well. But there's supposed to be lots more, you know, there's supposed to be lots more things coming. They have other innovations, you know, in the tank. And I think it's like Anthony said, I think it's going to be fun to ride the comet and hopefully, you know, not ride it into the side of a moon and explode. You know.
Also, too, for content creation, I think it's, and I could be wrong, but I think it's only open to the specific, the beta is going to be only open to the specific realms. But I do know that they're going to open it up to everyone to do individual content creation. I just think for the beta, it's going to be realms. I could be wrong, though.
Yeah, I think you're right, though. I think they did say something along that line.
So you might if you unless you're willing to join a realm as an established company that's creating this network, if you want to be an individual content creator, I think you may have to wait till it goes totally live.
Yeah, so that's exactly how it was explained. During the beta, there will be a few select, you know, realms like the Anywhere Door and whoever else is coming on board with the Moonbeam team. And then once it goes public or live, anyone will be able to just hop on and make their own realm. And I don't think there's a cost involved either. It should be free.
It's Blake Crazy Star, you brought up some ethics questions. I'll be 100% honest. I am not entirely sure on the behind the scenes of Moonbeam at all, so I don't want to comment either way. But yeah, that's, and ethics is very important. not trying to disparage that in any way, shape, or form. But yeah, one thing I can say is that I trust MCG's judgment when it comes to dealing with companies because their track record says that they're, they do not use AI art, they do not use anything. So I don't want to say one way or another because I have no clue, and I don't think Aladdin know either. But if there is a case where there's some like atrocity in ethics or just a way of overall shady business dealings, we will be 100% transparent and back the hell out of that too as well. So, but thanks for putting it on our radar.
And like Anthony said, if you know anything, you can go back and just track MCG's record when it comes to ethics and sensitivity and so on and so forth. In the industry, they are very, very forthwith about where their standings on these things, and they don't tolerate a lot of stuff. And that's another reason why I guess we can all say we're kind of okay with it because we trust MCG. We've been dealing.
I'm not okay with either. I'm not okay with anything on either stance because I don't know. So I want to officially know. Like I don't want to make a statement until I actually do research on what.
Correct. I'm sure we'll get more info from Moonbeam themselves as the campaigns and whatnot go live. I believe in some of the questions on the AMA, some were like this, where they're more answerable by the Moonbeam people. And Charles said, hey, there will be a chance to ask them directly about that stuff. So that'll either happen during the campaign or sometime afterwards. But it looks like there will be a means to ask them questions as well, hopefully.
One last thing I want to mention about Moonbeam on side. I know that for the beta, that MCG, I posted that it's a paid moderation. And I know we have a big team on the Discord server as a moderation. But since this is a small, for full transparency as well, since this is a small beta test, the only people going over the moderator are currently me, Alan, Dean, till we figure out exactly what we were told that there's these phenomenal moderation software that's going to help. So, once again, we haven't seen anything in practice. So, we're going to actually, the moderators for the beta will just be the three of us. So if you interacting with any of the mods on the Moonbeam, it's going to be one of the three of us.
Yep.
And if there's a mod talking with a New York slang, it's probably me. If there's someone saying one answers, it's probably Al. And if someone is sending you a block of text, it's probably D.
Shut up, Anthony.
But going forward, once it goes live and we figure out what the needs are, of course we're going to adjust. And of course we're going to bring over some of our, wonderful golden ones that are on the Discord server.
Definitely going to be an interesting time. Most definitely.
And you know what? And we're looking forward. We're looking forward to it as well. I mean, as a whole, as a team, it seems like as harsh as 2024 started out for some of us, things seem to be kind of turning the corner now. So I'm looking forward to, some bigger, better, and far more positive things to happen this year. And
okay, dude.
I was just gonna say, and one last time, if you do nothing else tonight, go to Al's backer page, click to be notified. Be prepared to back it on the 23rd. This is a winner, and in a lot of sense of the word, I think it's a game changer. And just so people can again see the flexibility, versatility, nuance, and elegance of Cypher.
Absolutely, but we're not done yet. There's a couple other topics that we said we were going to touch on before the video was over. CypherCon. The GM sign-up sheet only has about a couple of weeks left. Matter of fact, I put my own games. I just put my name and a title. I haven't even filled out anything. I don't know I don't know if you did anything. I literally just put my name to hold the time slot. So I have to go in and fill it out because I think there's only a couple of days left. But if you're still interested in GMing, I think there was a couple open slots available. Go to the CypherCon. I don't know if Al's posting the link, but go to the CypherCon GM sign-up sheet. And if you're still interested in running, it doesn't have to, you could use your own original games as long as it's using a Cypher system. So yeah, go sign up. And then I believe it's like the 15th of this month, it goes open. I mean, the 16th, it goes open for players. They're going to start looking out for players. CypherCon is still happening in September, guys. So, yeah, I'm excited for it. I know we haven't spoke much about it because, to be honest, there hasn't been much to speak about. But they're still looking for GMs. We're still looking to fill up all those slots. And either come as a player, come as a GM. Either way, come. We're going to have some good grab bag stuff. It's going to be a better experience than it was last year. And, yeah, I'm excited for it.
I did post a link for the sign up. If you missed it, there's a Google Doc there, and yeah, it'll be under the video on YouTube as well.
And Starheart Dragon, just hit me up with a DM, and I'll look over your stuff for you. We'll take a look at it. I'll be up for quite some time tonight. And yeah, I'm with Anthony in that on that prospect too. I signed up for 2 slots. I think I'm gonna if there's a slot open on Sunday, then I might just throw in another game there just to get it all filled in. But yeah, guys,
you filled out yours. I literally just put my name and the name of the game. I didn't write anything.
Well, the reason I was able to fill mine out is because they're the demos that I normally run. The only thing that I have that is actually something new is I'm going to run a Diamond Throne adventure.
I don't know. I think somebody that just recently wrote an adventure for something that they're putting out for crowd backing, right? That would be a great promotional opportunity if someone, especially if they under the Cypher Unlimited Presents banner, right, would actually run a game at Cypher. I mean, it just sounds like good business. What do you think, Dean? Does that sound like good business?
I think that somebody should just really, just put their foot in it and get it done. Get her done. Yeah.
Bad idea. Definitely, I was waiting, honestly, because there was so much hype around CypherCon. I wanted to give, the community more of an opportunity to run things. So I was going to wait till I was like maybe 2 weeks left. So now is about the time when I was going to look into slots and whatnot for. And I'm definitely will be running the Entropic Isle for sure.
Thank you.
Okay, I was just waiting to force you on camera to say it. So when you try to back out, you can't do it. You said it on camera, dude.
Yeah, now you got to do it. You say it's a couple of days
I'm
left.
clipping it. I'll send you the clip every day. I'm gonna run it for sure. I get a DJ. Wiki. I'm gonna run it for sure.
Say it one more time now. Say it one more time.
But I think that's everything we missed. What you call it for the month of June. There was a lot of stuff that we actually missed.
Yeah. Oh, Starheart Dragon said, "Is there going to be any lectures or events during the con or just running games?" We're trying to figure that out. That is something that we wanted to do. We wanted to have at least a panel or 2. So we're going to continue to try to get those things worked out and have something set up before the con actually starts.
Oh, and the last thing I was going to mention, guys, is that we are going to increase our schedule with the plans with Moonbeam beta coming out in August. And we wanted to have a bigger presence on the MCG realm, so that means more content and more episodes. So our usual Thursday episode will happen every Thursday, simultaneously on Twitch and Moonbeam. So if you don't want to switch over, that's hella all right too. You can still catch us on Twitch every Thursday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. But we're adding a time slot on Tuesday. And right now, currently, the brain idea is this is going to be our experimental time slot where we're going to try a bunch of crazy shit. and see what sticks and what works and what you guys enjoy and whatnot. And we're possibly working on another time slot. So I think we're going to increase our workload from 1 stream to 3 days a week. So I'm really excited for that. And of course, everything will go on YouTube the following day. But you're going to get sick of our faces because you're going to see a lot more content coming from us.
And Juggernaut, no, we are not going to stop our streams on Twitch. We will simulcast on Twitch and Moonbeam. We're not going to stop doing Twitch. That, like Anthony was just saying, you don't have to give up, or switch over in order to get our content. And as he said, we are still going to post everything the following day on YouTube. Starheart, there is... Al, can you put the Moonbeam link up there again so Starheart can sign up?
Get it.
Get notified.
Yeah, you don't have to back or pay anything right now.
No, it's just get notified.
Yeah, do the sign-in list.
Yep.
Yep, but just to answer their question out loud, you can get access to the beta of it through backing the campaign. And then once the beta is all wrapped up and finished with, if you didn't back the campaign, you'll be able to join up onto the Anywhere door /Moonbeam once it's fully live and available to the public. It'll be free. You can just make an account just like Twitch or whatever other website, and you can join us there as well if you don't back the campaign. So do not worry about missing out. You will have a chance to join in.
And like Anthony said, we're going to probably, you're going to get tired of us talking about this stuff because you're going to see it everywhere. It's going to be on Facebook. It's going to be on Discord. It'll be on YouTube. It'll be everywhere.
And Dean had an introspective video last week, I believe. I'll be coming on this Tuesday to talk about what makes games fun. So if you want to just hear me by myself talk for 40 minutes about what makes games fun from a player perspective and a GM perspective, come hang out with me. And it might be like I like to blow up in a ball of flame, or we actually get some useful information and laugh a lot. So either way, come watch that. That's my saying for 4th of July. Got me thinking of explosions. So
I got to show you that video I took because I mentioned in the chat I was recording a firework and I was kind of close to it, and it had 3 phases. I didn't realize. So the first 2 phases were moderate. It wasn't noisy or anything. And then the 3rd phase kicked off, and it was way bigger radius, loud. I had to run away. You see it in the... I don't say anything. I just fucking turn and run. It's hilarious. But just in the vein of what you said before, just to get us back on topic, how you're just saying, you said it out there, it said it, so you got to do it. My first Tuesday video will be on the 23rd when the Bagger Kit goes live. The same day, I should say, not the same time. It'll be live on 1 p.m. and our stream will happen at the normal time. But I will be doing a solo play of the Entropic Isle where it's a 2-for-1. You get to see the Entropic Isle a little bit and you get to see how I do solo play a little bit. So yeah, that should be exciting. And since I said it, it's got to happen now. Yeah. It should be exciting.
All right, so
Jack, I totally agree with your statement, and we'll definitely talk about that on Tuesday.
All right, Anthony, take us home.
If you like us and you like what we do, join the Cypher Unlimited Discord server for all things Monty Cook games. We have the largest fan run Discord server for everything MCG, but if Discord's not for you, join our Facebook group. Not as big as our Discord, but still great conversations being had there daily. Oh, hey, if you want to support us in any way, give us a sub here on Twitch or join our YouTube channel and like, share, and subscribe there. We're still trying to grow both platforms. Any help you could give us would be greatly appreciated. If you want to help us out financially, give us a little donation on Ko-fi. It helps us out with little things like Zoom course. And last but not least, go to our online store and pick up some cool Cypher Unlimited merch, like the cool shirt Dean got on and this hat I got on. And last but not least, we love you guys.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. This has been an awesome talk. And thank you guys so much for listening, and hopefully you'll check out the Entropic Isle. and in that solo play that's coming on the 23rd. But as usual, from us at the CU, we will see you later.